Nobody ever listens to me, and it's sad. How do you get Kenny Golladay on the Bengals? I'm using an off-season roster. I say it at the start of every one of these videos. What's going on, how I get the roster, how I get the draft class. I still get questions. Please, I'm using an off-season roster downloaded from the file share. Hopefully everyone got that. Today we're rebuilding the Bears. Hopefully it didn't come off too condescending, but you cannot imagine how frustrating it is to repeat yourself constantly and still get the same question that I answered in the first 10 seconds of a video. But after that little mini rant's over, I'm rebuilding the Bears with their draft picks, with their offseason moves, Allen Robinson playing on the franchise tag, and Justin Fields at quarterback. That's the big thing. We're going to load in here, talk about some of the draft picks. There aren't like the 5th, 6th, 7th round picks, and I like some of those players. Khalil Herbert, Khyiris Tonga. I know Larry Borum was their 5th round pick. I don't really know too much about him. But I like Tonga and I like Herbert. They're not going to appear in this video. They weren't in the roster. They are not really worth creating. No offense to them. It's just they're not going to play an impact in this rebuild. So not going to waste 30 minutes to an hour creating a bunch of players that aren't going to play any type of a purpose. So let's get in here. Let's talk about some of their rookies. Let's assign some development traits to these rookies and rebuild the Chicago Bears in a very interesting spot. Might have their QB of the future. So I'll be honest, I haven't really eaten cereal in a while. It's been years and years and years because all the cereal that you eat as a kid that you know and love growing up, as you get older, you realize, wow, this stuff is full of sugar and really, really bad for you. But thankfully, when Magic Spoon approached me and I learned all about this super healthy cereal and it's still really, really tasty, I had to jump on the opportunity. First of all, I mean, you might even want to buy it for the packaging alone. On this Frosted, it looks like Rob Ryan riding like a giant rabbit. I don't even know what's going on with that. But what I do know what's going on is all the amazing health facts about this cereal. 0 grams of sugar, even though it doesn't taste like it at all. 14 grams of protein. Only 4 grams of carbs per serving. And it's only 140 calories. They don't just have Frosted. They have a bunch of different flavors. They have cocoa, peanut butter, fruity, so many different flavors, and they're all really, really good. My personal favorite's the Frosted. That's why that box looked mangled, because that's the one I'm using right now. But if you don't like Frosted, fruity, cocoa, peanut butter, really good options as well. You don't have to get the super unhealthy flavors just because they taste good from all these other brands in the store. Get Magic Spoon. It tastes just as good, if not better, and it is way better for you. Check out magicspoon.com/Bengal. Use code Bengal. Save yourself $5. You can get their variety pack. Try out all the flavors. It's a must grab in the morning to get you going. If you're eating cereal already, it might as well actually become more healthy. So hit the link in the description, magicspoon.com/Bengal. Use code Bengal for a discount. Hit the link in the description. Of course, with these off-season rosters, the overalls and development traits are not exactly where I want it to be. And the rookies aren't rookies per se, because like the 2020 draft class with Darnell Mooney, with Cole Kmet, there are also going to be rookies with Justin Fields. So competing for rookie of the year is going to be very, very interesting. It's a large rookie class, to say the least. I'm going to give Tevin Jenkins star development. I'm going to give Justin Fields superstar development. And is there anyone worth worrying about on defense? I don't think so. Their 3rd pick was Larry Borum in the 5th round, who's just not going to feature in this rebuild. So really just need to worry about Tevin Jenkins, who's going to play left tackle for us, and Justin Fields, of course, who should be the quarterback of the future. I'm sorry, the Red Rifle Andy Dalton probably won't feature as well. Big Dick Nick, probably not either. But it's a very interesting team. We got some good players here. Of course, one of the big focuses is going to be money with 2 O's, Darnell Mooney. Cole Kmet's going to be the starting tight end right away. But let me go ahead and edit these players a little bit. Justin Fields at 73 overall is just a little bit too low. And Justin Fields is a Pacific Islander, apparently. Doesn't look like Justin Fields. Also is not going to be on a 3-year contract. 1st round pick, which means in real life he'd have 4 years plus the 5th year option. This is basically the Justin Fields rebuild. So I'm just going to give him the 5th year and call it, you know, the 5th year option. See, apart from him being bald, where he isn't in real life, I don't think that's too far away from Justin Fields with the face scan, and then you back out, and it's whatever that's changed into. So I guess really the big thing is what it looks like here, because I'm going to be looking at the lineup a lot, more than just the actual player card. I don't know, we'll just keep it. It doesn't really matter. But I decided to rock with these attributes for Justin Fields. He's a 77 overall, nothing too crazy. Considering we started with Trevor Lawrence, I think at like an 80 or so. So I think that's fair for Justin Fields. He's a lower development trait than Lawrence, lower overall, but still quite good coming out. I just didn't think it was fair that Tevin Jenkins and Justin Fields were the same overall. Like, that's just not going to fly. So I gave him a little boost up. But overall, we do have some really good players. I think re-signing Allen Robinson is going to be a priority of mine. And improving the defense. And that doesn't mean it's a bad defense. Got some really good players, but a lot of these guys are older. We need to improve at corner because Desmond Trufant is not it. Lost Kyle Fuller, of course, cut him. So we do have a lot of work to do at some of these positions, getting some of these older players out of here, getting some of these new players in here. Khalil Mack at left end in a 3-4 is not something I'm in love with at all. So there are a lot of changes to be made. We're going to get on that. But we will make those changes at some point. This season's basically acting as 2021 and not 2020. This is Madden 21 after all. We're kind of handcuffed a little bit, but we will simulate to the midseason mark, do a little bit of a check-in, and see how some of these players are performing. Off to a decent start. I think that's fair to say. 7-1. I mean, that's better than I could have even asked for. That is fantastic. Defense, I imagine, is playing pretty well. I imagine the offense is killing it. Second best offense. Justin Fields is off to a very hot start, and our defense is 13th, so not quite as good. But we're going to figure it out. This is year one. We're not supposed to be a dominant team right away, but we already seem to be. Allen Robinson needs to come back. I'm kind of surprised Sam Mustipher is such a low overall. At this point, I figured he would have been like closer to a 70, like 68 maybe. I know it's not a big change in theory, but just a little surprised. Allen Robinson needs to come back. Only 27 years old, 91 overall. He is part of my long-term plans. So a 5-year deal for Allen Robinson to be the big-time number one for Justin Fields. Absolute priority, and we get it done. Pat O'Donnell, I like Pat O'Donnell. How much do I want to pay him? Not a ton. Is he going to accept this? Probably not. But if he does, we get him for 7 years. All right, he wants more money, so that's not going to happen just yet. I do want to spend some Coach XP, want to buy the quarterback training boost, and just let Justin Fields rock, man. Probably going to win Rookie of the Year. I doubt we see his development trait go up to Superstar X Factor, but if he wins MVP as a rookie, which is possible based on the way he's playing right now, he will get a development trait upgrade if he leads the league in passing. So it is possible. We just need to see him finish inside the top 3 to 5, and we'll be golden. Playoff time. Should be making the playoffs. We will see. And we do. First round bye. We would go 12-4, winning the NFC North. Wow. Okay. Let's talk about some things. 1, best offense in the league. 3rd best defense in terms of yards. And Justin Fields shattered the rookie passing yards record. Shattered the rookie touchdown record. Had about 400 more passing yards than Andrew Luck did in his rookie season. And about 15 more touchdowns than Justin Herbert. Not quite 15. I think it's like, what? Was it 31? So 13. Still, shattered. Justin Fields is statistically the best rookie quarterback in NFL history by a mile. David Montgomery was quite good as well. Over 4 yards per carry, 8 touchdowns. Receiving, Darnell Mooney went off. 89 catches for 1,200 yards, 12 touchdowns. Money with 2 O's. Darnell Mooney is unbelievable. Allen Robinson over 1,100 yards, double-digit TDs. Cole Kmet was awesome. Tariq Cohen had a lot of catches out of the backfield. Anthony Miller wasn't too bad as a 3rd receiver either. Jimmy Graham got involved a little bit as well. Defensively, Roquan Smith was all over the field. 96 tackles, 11 for loss, 4 sacks, and a pick. But Khalil Mack put up ridiculous numbers. Akeem Hicks, 13 tackles for loss. However, the sack attack. Khalil Mack, formerly of the Silver and Black, but now the Chicago Bears, put up 22.5. Ties the record with Michael Strahan for sacks in a season. Khalil Mack's pretty good. Pretty good season. 9 sacks for Robert Quinn. 7.5 for Akeem Hicks. If we get a better pass rusher not named it Robert Quinn, our defense should be unbelievable. Bilal Nichols even played well. Danny Trevathan somehow had 4.5 sacks. Didn't get a ton of interceptions, but Jalen Johnson had 2. So good for him. Justin Fields is going to win MVP as a rookie. So he's almost guaranteed to go up to Superstar X Factor. Just crushed it. One of the best seasons for a quarterback ever. As a rookie, no less. Josh Allen wins Offensive Player of the Year for the AFC. Justin Fields, of course, for the NFC. Defensive Player of the Year, Bobby Wagner. Khalil Mack, despite tying the all-time sack record, finishes at 2. Offensive Rookie of the Year, Justin Fields, not a shock. Darnell Mooney, despite being in a different draft class, is 3. Cole Kmet at 10. Defensive Rookie of the Year, Derek Barnes with the Lions. Jalen Johnson at 7. Yeah, so Justin Fields just crushed it. So we do have some upgrades here. I'm going to let the CPU handle most of them. I am going to do Justin Fields really quick just to make sure that he gets upgraded outside of his archetype. So I think to get short accuracy up, and he is like a scrambler type in a lot of ways. Justin Fields, we're going to upgrade those type of things. So throw accuracy mid and +2 to short is very nice because naturally his deep accuracy is going to get upgraded. Up to 96 throw power. I mean, Fields does have a cannon. He is looking very, very good. CPU can handle the rest. We should be on the track to make the Super Bowl based on the way this offense and now defense are performing as well. Receiver training boost is active, and we will see who we have in the divisional. It'll probably be a first-round exit, knowing Madden simulation. Can only hope it is not the case. Can only hope. But, you know, we're probably going to lose here to the Panthers, who had a shot to take Justin Fields, and they didn't, and they're paying for it. 38-17, we beat the Panthers in simulation. Darnell Mooney, I should have upgraded individually. What do I want for him? Short route running, so we're going to do slot. We'll upgrade that. I want him to become the complete receiver. +4 short route running is excellent. Not even a voice crack there, just gave out on me. This can be a long video. But we'll see if we can beat the Cowboys. 1 game away from the Super Bowl, and we make it. Justin Fields as a rookie has the opportunity, is 8 upgrade points, by the way. Oh my God. But as a rookie, Justin Fields has the opportunity to win MVP. Check that off. Offensive Rookie of the Year. Check that off. Led the league in touchdowns, passing, and yards passing. And now can win a Super Bowl and get Super Bowl MVP all inside 1 year. 8 upgrade points. We'll do improviser. He's up to Superstar X Factor. We got to do something for that. Yeah, Justin Fields is playing like the best rookie quarterback we've ever had in any video ever. You can run back through all the rebuilds in the rebuild playlist. You're not going to find a performance like this. You're just not going to find it. Ability slot for Justin Fields as well, as we get up to a 90 overall regardless of morale. And then do I want to do anything else? His play action could be better. I don't even know what upgrades play action. It doesn't matter. We'll do improviser. Maybe get him inside the scheme fit to get upgrade points faster. I don't know. Either way, Justin Fields looks unbelievable. We're not going to give him Truz. Let me get Bazooka so I can just throw the ball 800 yards. That's like 8 times as long as a football field. Probably don't need to get 800 yards.
Actually, it's 120 yards, including the end zone, Bagel.
I already know someone was going to comment it, so I had to make fun of it in advance. I don't know. Let's give him roaming Deadeye, gunslinger, and escape artist. Justin Fields should be a lot of fun to play with. I'm sure we're going to jump in and play with him at some point in the video. Might even be right now. And we will once again do slot for Darnell Mooney. He's up to an 85 overall with morale. He's also crushing it. Is he up to Superstar Dev? He did get it. Plus Superstar Dev for winning Receiver of the Year. So Mooney and Allen Robinson should be a lethal combination. And you know what? Before we jump in, I'll check to see if anyone else got any type of upgrade, because this is the time where we usually do that. Let's see here. Cole Kmet had star, so no. Offensive lineman will never get upgraded. We know about Justin Fields, of course. And then defensively, Robert Quinn is up to Superstar. That doesn't really even do anything for me. We need to get Eddie Jackson up. That'd be nice. And the fact that Roquan Smith is still sitting at star is sad. We'll see what we can do about that. Bilal Nichols, I think, at star already. He did. So let's go ahead, hop into the Super Bowl. Year 1. Video over, right? Wrong. We're still going to do 3 or 4 years probably. See if we can build an actual juggernaut. But let's see if we can beat the Chiefs, man. This would be a crazy start to Justin Fields' career. This is basically the Justin Fields rebuild. Let's see what we can do. Off to a hot start already. It is 10-3, but the Chiefs and Patrick Mahomes are not going to give up that easily. They take the lead 16-10. We retake the lead 17-16. Now into the second half. It's a stalemate, but the Chiefs get on the board. We tie it right back. It's 24 all. Fourth quarter now. The Chiefs are driving. Let's hop in on defense and see if somebody can make a play. We will use Christian Jones just because Roquan Smith will be better by himself. This Chiefs offense should be very difficult to stop. We'll see what we can do, though. Just wide open. Big hit. Ball's loose. And recovered by Roquan Smith. We're taking over. No, we're not. Why pop up the one fumble recovery? Okay. Sick. Bait me like that. They gonna run? They are. And I just got juked out. Love conservative tackle. What an unreal throw by Patrick Mahomes. There was no window, and he just lofted it in there. Beautiful. I mean, the Chiefs are going to score here. There's almost no doubt about it. I'm not sure what we can do to stop this. Really have no idea. It's a fullback dive. Wow. Chiefs are going to take the lead here, 31-24. We got our work cut out for us. Allen Robinson outside, bullet from Fields, and Robinson gets out of bounds. We don't really need to be too mindful of the clock, although it seems like I am being a little bit mindful of it, stepping out of bounds when I can. But I don't want to give the Chiefs too much time to get the ball back and score, but we could get 2 for 1. I just got sacked. Frank Clark, I didn't think he was going to contain like that. That's a good play. Okay, we've had some setbacks, but it's 2nd and 10. 10 seconds to go. We throw that on the run. Allen Robinson, touchdown! What a throw from Fields to Robinson. And we should be headed to overtime. I'm going to let the CPU do it. It's okay, just make it 31-all. And this should be a very fun overtime period. We're going to let CPU handle the defense. I mean, we've seen them. Ooh. We win. Wait, what? Defensive turnover to win the Super Bowl? That came out of nowhere. Okay. I'm not complaining. The Chicago Bears are Super Bowl champions in year number 1. Now, across the course of this rebuild, the team's going to get a lot better. We're sitting at about an 81 overall right now. Something like that. Might be a few more boosts with morale. Might be 82, 83. The team's going to get up hopefully near 90. So the rebuild still has a long way to go. But a Super Bowl in year 1 with Justin Fields, I'm sure this is Bears fans' dreams. Like, literally. Justin Fields is indeed your Super Bowl MVP. 2 interceptions at some point in this game. 4 touchdowns, though. I threw one of them. We didn't play a big portion of the game, but we came in when it mattered. Put together a big drive. Almost blew it. You know, getting sacked is never good. But Justin Fields had the best rookie year possible. Passing yards leader, passing touchdowns leader, offensive rookie of the year, offensive player of the year, MVP, Super Bowl champion, Super Bowl MVP. What are you going to do from here? Big head? There's nowhere to go but down, unfortunately. Or you could plateau. He's already done everything you could hope to do in a career. What a career for Justin Fields in just 1 season. Oh yeah, did we bring back Pat O'Donnell? He's 30 now? No. It's just like, punters are people too, I get it. They're just not important to a franchise rebuild. All right, what do I even want here? I think I want to save my money more than anything. Malik Hooker could be cool. Only 25 years old. No one's offering on him, so a 4-year deal, if we can just steal him, that'd be cool. I don't really need him. I'm comfortable to just save money here. Sidney Jones could be a really good addition just because he's young, not that expensive. Nobody wants him. Only normal dev, but he's a good player. So all I need now is a punter. Should have Eddie Pinheiro. We have Cairo Santos and Brett Maher. What happened to Eddie Pinheiro? Guess he wasn't brought back. We're going to get Niswander here. Offer him a 7-year deal and just have punter locked up for the rest of the rebuild. That should do it. We got Sidney Jones and we got Hunter Niswander. I'll take that. Sidney Jones was kind of like the big underrated one I wanted to get just to improve corner. Now we could make some type of trade and send Desmond Trufant away. He's on the wrong side of 30 at this point. So Trufant could go. I don't really care if we get Malik Hooker or not. I can just sign a safety. Now, I do have to trade a first-round pick to the Giants for nothing. So that sucks. Maybe I want to actually make sure we get Malik Hooker here. Just not going to compete with the Texans for Malik Hooker. I don't really think he matters that much. Trading the first-round pick to the Giants is a little bit unfortunate, but we have Justin Fields, so it was entirely worth it. So it's a little bit weird. I'm not going to send the Giants a 2022 first-round pick, even though that's what it is, because the draft has already happened. So I'm going to send the first-round pick this year, because this is supposed to be the 2022 draft, but the Bears don't have a fourth rounder this year, so I'm sending the fourth rounder next year to the Giants, and I'll just take a seventh round pick. Great trade for us, but of course it happened in real life, so I have to make that trade happen, as bad as it seems. And we'll see what's available at the end of the second round. Caleb Shavers out of Penn State. Late first round guy, 6'3", ran 4.38. Reminds me a lot of Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie in a lot of ways. Might look to get him. But our first pick is going to be Darren Schilling out of Michigan State, keeping him fairly local, not too long of a trip down from Michigan State. And we'll bring Darren Schilling to Chicago. Mid-first round guard, 74 overall, should compete for a starting job right away. Upgrade on the offensive line. Maybe even at 6'4", 323, we consider moving him to tackle. So we'll weigh it out, see what we want to do. Caleb Shavers, the only one still available, and he's the only one I really wanted. We're going to take him here, 72 overall, only normal development, but might end up being a starter for us at some point. 92 speed, nice man coverage, and nice tackling. Great athlete. We'll see how he develops as an actual corner, and we'll see what the CPU does for the rest of the draft. But I'm liking our picks so far. That was great. And we're heading in with all the momentum in the world into the 2022 season. CPU got a decent seventh round receiver. Other than that, really not too much to report. All normal development players, of course. That's the game. Fields even with another upgrade point. We'll give him improviser. Try to get that scheme fit rocking, but he's up to a 95 overall with morale. Just crushing it. Robert Quinn, majorly downgraded, by the way. Regressed a ton. Down to a 74 overall. Not great. Not great on that front. Haven't really been able to improve the defense all that much. Still working on it. We're going to figure it out. This is the team heading into season number 2. Not a lot of holes, honestly. Just some guys that need to continue to develop. It's just the defense, the linebackers need to be upgraded. That's the big focus. Safety, of course. I'm not really going to go out and make a trade at the moment. Just going to make sure Sidney Jones is CB2, actually. And then I'm going to simulate to the midseason mark. I'll catch up with you there. Just lost 28-0 to the Browns in Week 8. This season looks like it's going a lot differently. 4-4. So, I mean, it is. Obviously, we're going to not be able to live up to the hype of last season. I think that was pretty obvious. Roquan Smith is going to be demanding a monster contract, I imagine. Akeem Hicks is kind of a weird one because he's 31 years old. James Daniels, absolutely. Bilal Nichols, absolutely. What does Akeem Hicks want? Too much. I'm still probably going to bring him back anyway. Roquan Smith is my priority at the moment. I think a 5-year deal is fair. He is back. Akeem Hicks, I like probably on a 3-year deal. Save a little bit more money that way. He might regress like an 86 in that time period, maybe a little less, but I think that's fine at D-tackle. James Daniels, I would love for him to be up near a 90 at some point. Offensive linemen just don't develop that quickly, so Daniels maybe gets up to an 85, best case scenario. And then Bilal Nichols, I want him back as well. Scheme fit now, 5-year deal, I think makes sense for him as well. We have a lot of money. Don't really have to worry about Anthony Miller. We have the receivers. He's pretty replaceable. He might even not even make the Bears team in real life. Did I say not even enough in that? We're simulating the playoffs. Can we please make them? No Super Bowl slumps, please. Snuck into the playoffs at 9-7. We will take that. Finished third in the division, though. Yeah, offense got quite a bit worse. Defense was still pretty good, though. Justin Fields had a very good season, even though it wasn't as good as last season. David Montgomery was still very good. Can't really hate on that. Darnell Mooney was excellent per usual. Allen Robinson put up good numbers, just was shy of some of those milestones of 100 catches, 1,000 yards, 10 touchdowns. Didn't hit any of those. Komet was great. Anthony Miller still getting very involved as the third receiver. And then defensively, Roquan Smith all over the place. 4.5 sacks, 110 tackles, 8 tackles for loss. I need some water. Thankfully, I've got some. Got the Great Value brand, sponsored by Walmart. Great Value water. Because, listen, when you get 300K, you don't need to worry about tap water. Okay, come on. It's just kidding about that, obviously. But, I like the water bottles for convenience. Well, don't worry about it. Anyway, 14 sacks for Khalil Mack, 6 for both Nichols and Hicks, 5.5 for Trevathan. Robert Quinn wasn't quite as good this time around. 4 picks for Eddie Jackson. That's okay. Jameis Winston wins MVP. Fields at 9. NFC Offensive Player of the Year is Jameis Winston. Justin Fields at 5. Defensive Player of the Year, J.J. Watt with the Cardinals, of course. Khalil Mack at 3. Rookie of the Year is Ty Bodden for the Falcons. Falcons got 2 guys in there. The top 3. No Bears. Defensive Rookie of the Year, Dakota Macklin. Back-to-back years, the Lions get Defensive Rookie of the Year. Caleb Shavers at 3. Interesting. James Lopez at 5. Let's see if we can beat the Cowboys in the wild card. No, 24-20. So, yeah, a little bit of a Super Bowl slump, I guess. Still made it back to the playoffs, so there are some positives we can draw. But we're headed to the offseason. Do I bring back Anthony Miller? That's the big question. And the answer is definitely not. There's no reason to. Sorry. Jair Alexander's here. That would be big. I just feel like we're going to need cap. We're going to need cap space a little bit. Tremaine Edmonds, nobody wants either, though. That'd be a big-time Danny Trevathan upgrade. Never received Tremaine Edmonds. I'm going to offer him. I'm also going to see if we can clear some cap space in any way. I do want Tremaine Edmonds, but getting Jair Alexander as well would be excellent. So we'll see if there's any wiggle room. Robert Quinn's contract is so bad. It's so bad. Do I just cut him and rip the Band-Aid off? Trevathan probably needs to get cut as well. I got to cut Danny Trevathan. He's been one of the most underrated players in the league for a while. Or at least there was a time where that was true. Gonna cut to Sean Gibson as well. And yeah, I think Robert Quinn has got to go. He's just terrible and only getting worse. Would have loved for him to retire, but he's intent on making that money. I don't blame him. Damian Williams also getting cut as well. So that should free up a little bit of money. Big penalty from Quinn, but it shouldn't matter with the savings. So we do have room to go after Jair at corner. And why not, right? No one else is offering on him. I will. Didn't get anyone in the first round of free agency. That's really bad news, as everyone else is offering now. And I am last on every one of them. Did not get Mike McGlinchey. Did get Tremaine Edmonds. Now the big one is going to be Jair. And we got Jair Alexander. That makes our team so much better. 2 massive, massive, massive additions to our defense. Offense doesn't change, really. We need to tackle pretty badly. But that is a huge, huge boost to our defense. Tremaine Edmonds could stick at inside linebacker, or we could move him outside, play that Danny Trevathan role at right outside linebacker. But getting Jair Alexander is so big for our secondary. Still need a safety. Maybe Shavers moves back there. That wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. But we need pass rushers. Need edge really badly at these outside linebacker spots. Picking at number 22 overall. I'm not scared to move up. Definitely not going to be for a quarterback, though. It just depends on how this draft class looks. Not really too worried about offense, although Paul Norris looks like a very good backup running back. We'll keep an eye on that. Could use a third receiver with no Anthony Miller. Brian Alvarez in the third. Pretty good value. Early first-round center in the second. Early first-round center in the second. And then a late first-rounder. So one of those centers probably going to get drafted by me. Not a lot of good pass rushers in this class. Really unfortunate, because that is a huge position of need for us. Don't really need cornerback. I'm just checking them out, seeing if we can get any good value picks, but probably not. Obviously thinking about those guys transitioning to safety. Marquise Perriman in the third. Kind of like that idea. No real point to trade up for any of these guys. Pat Woodbury looks really good. We could move Tremaine Edmonds to outside linebacker. Maybe I will move up. There goes Woodbury at 6. I was not going to trade up to 6 to get Pat Woodbury. Just wasn't going to do it. He looked awesome but just was not going to do it. So who do I need other than that? Bill Hess looked cool, but not going to move up for him. So I think we'll just hang tight at 22 then and probably take the center at that spot, honestly. This quarterback's still available. Late first rounder, that is why. All right, give me Sam Quincy out of Tennessee. It's not too early when you talk about the actual value that he provides. Only normal development, but 21 years old, 76 overall. Very, very good attributes on the offensive line, 83 run block and pass block. Sam Quincy was the no doubt pick there. And now in the second, anyone still on my draft board? Yes. I think Perriman takes precedent. He is certainly more valuable starting safety, maybe. Only normal dev, but yes, starting safety, 22 years old, 74 overall. Not the best in coverage, but overall looks pretty solid. So Perriman is a big-time addition. And then I'm sure that receiver is going to be off the board in the third round. It doesn't really matter. It wouldn't be too big of a loss. And he is gone. All right, going to take Ben Gross here at LSU. Slow as anything, but at outside linebacker, might not matter a ton. He's decent value, just 80 speed, 44 zone coverage. Good Lord, he's slow and can't cover. My biggest question now is how do we get a right tackle? And then it's hit me. We have Quincy. So either Quincy's going to move to right guard. He's 6'5", 315. You're going to play tackle. And Quincy not only fits the scheme, he goes up and overall to a 77. Right tackle problem completely fixed. The edge problem is a problem. I don't really want to keep going with Sutton Smith. As good as he was in college, this ain't college. Ben Gross, we just drafted, is bad. I think we're just stuck right now, unfortunately. What am I going to do? Do I really have any trade pieces? Eddie Goldman? I could try and move Eddie Goldman. Okay, very easy trade. Eddie Goldman and a fourth gets us Uchenna Nwosu. Almost went straight up. And Nwosu's the perfect versatile outside linebacker to join my team. Fits really, really well in the 3-4 where you can play off the ball and also on the ball and do so at a very high level. I'm going to move him over to left outside linebacker. Is it still going to be the same scheme fit? Sutton Smith is really a speed rusher. Interesting. Yeah, so Uchenna Nwosu is going to move over. We're going to play the rookie at right outside linebacker and see if Nwosu can wreak havoc from that spot. Should be a really good fit. And that's going to be the team. Just want to make sure that Nwosu is where he needs to be. At rush end, he is. And we should be headed to the midseason mark. I'll catch up with you there. No, no, no. I do not want Sutton Smith there. 5-2. Okay. Not too bad. Darnell Mooney's into the 90s now. Money with 2 O's. I'm going to say it every time. Until you remember it forever, I will say it every time. And then when you see Darnell Mooney play on Sundays, you will think in your head, money with 2 O's. So he gets upgraded. Ben Grove seems like he's having a decent rookie season. We'll do speed rusher on him just to get him a little bit more versatile. Finesse moves up. Maybe get him in a position to rush the passer sometime. David Montgomery, we have all the money in the world. We'll extend Monty. Why not? And I'll see you at the midseason mark after I get, what, running back XP here? And kicker, sure. 11-5, made the playoffs, but we're in the wild card matchup against the Eagles. This was a playoff matchup before. Was this a game with the double doink from Cody Parkey? Yeah, Bears fans, I should have said cover your ears. Some PTSD flashbacks, I'm sure, to Cody Parkey hitting the double dink or double doink. I'm sure it was against the Eagles. I'm not sure, actually. I'm fairly sure. As Perriman's up to a 77 overall as a rookie, not too bad from him. +1 speed as well. Never a bad thing. We're up to a 91 overall as a team. So we are very good. Let's check out the stats from the season, though. We won the division, 10th best offense. Justin Fields, still very good, although probably never going to reach those numbers from year one. David Montgomery's yards go down a little bit per carry there. Not ideal. Darnell Mooney is unbelievable. 1,300 yards, 15 touchdowns. A-Rob was good. Cole Kmet had his best season as a pro. And then defensively, Roquan Smith, very productive overall. Bunch of tackles, tackles for loss, and sacks. Khalil Mack, great year from him. 16.5 sacks. Nwosu with 10. Exactly why we went out and traded for him. 8.5 for Akeem Hicks, 6 for Bilal Nichols. And then 3 interceptions for Jalen Johnson. 2 for Jair Alexander. Forgot we even picked him up. But that is a great addition. Josh Allen wins MVP. Fields at 5. NFC Offensive Player of the Year is Dak Prescott. Fields at 2. Defense Player of the Year is Eric Kendrick, Khalil Mack at 5, Roquan at 7. Offense Rookie of the Year is James Ferguson. No Bears. And then Defense Rookie of the Year, Pat Woodbury, who we didn't end up drafting. Marquise Perriman at 3rd. Really good value for us. Groves at 6, not too bad. And can we beat the Eagles? Yes. 27-17. I think the Cowboys actually knocked us out in the playoffs last season. Hopefully no repeats here. 49-21. Blew them out of the water. Allen Robinson goes up to a 96 overall. And now we have the Packers. Huge division matchup here in the conference championship. Packers-Bears with everything on the line. Super Bowl berth on the line. And we are back for a rematch against the Chiefs. Bunch of big-time upgrades here. Have the CPU handle those. I think Darnell Mooney probably went up to Superstar X Factor. And he did. Up to a 96 overall for Darnell Mooney. Just elite. Trying to see any other upgrades. Don't see any. The offensive line's coming along fairly nicely. And then defensively, Roquan Smith finally goes up to Superstar. I mean, it's about time. Let's be real. Don't see any other ones, but just everyone's coming along pretty nicely. Perriman should be closer to an 80. But this is a big-time matchup. The Chiefs could get revenge. They're a very high overall at 90. We'll see what we can do. Chiefs out to an early 7-0 lead. They extend it to 10. We answer with our first points of the game being a field goal, 10-3 as we approach halftime. 17-3 Chiefs. We're going to need a big-time comeback. That's a good start. 17-13 now in the second half, but the Chiefs extended to 24-13. We need our defense to step up. It's not happening. We have already lost the Super Bowl. I need Allen Robinson to burn over the top here. Get that on the inside. What a laser beam from Fields. We need to go in the hurry up. We need scores right now. How about the same play? Give me that post again. Oh, Tariq Cohen. Tough blocking assignment there. Sideline incomplete. Oh, they're going to say complete. I kind of disagree, but I'm not complaining. Okay, well, that's the game. What do we do there, man? They blitzed the nickel corner. I think that's Rashad Fenton who came. Got the fumble recovery as well as the forced fumble. I never even saw him. Obviously reading the field. Yeah, I didn't even notice there was another player up there. Oh, there wasn't. Well, I mean, Fenton did blitz, but look at that missed block. Tevin Jenkins just let him through. And he just didn't block him. That's why I didn't see the blitz, because there wasn't one. I mean, Fenton came pretty late. But I'm looking for a guy to throw to. I'm about to hit Mooney. And we get drilled by an unblocked guy. I just suck. That's on me, right? It is going to be the game. That is what it is, man. Oh, next moment. Great job. We held them there. Oh, let's go. Oh, wait. We lost the Super Bowl. So, Chiefs get the rematch. We're going to do one more season. We just jumped in too late. The Chiefs had a huge lead and could not overcome it. We'll sign Cairo Santos here. We have money. We're good to go. So, even if he declines, he shouldn't, by the way. He's going to test free agency. Why, dude? Just make it hard for me. Might as well. We will simulate to free agency here. And I guess get a kicker unless Brett Maher is still on our team. He's not. All right. Tyler Bass it is. Could get Juan Thornhill. Didn't re-sign with the Chiefs. So that could be a big safety for us. We got everybody I wanted, including Matt Ioannidis. Juan Thornhill is going to start at strong safety. Justin Fields is a 99 overall as a 24-year-old. So that's pretty good. So we can make a big-time move up for an outside linebacker here. Nwosu's cool, but we really could use another one. We got Tutu Atwell at some point. I didn't do that. It works as a third receiver, I guess. When did that happen? CPU's just like, how about Tutu Atwell? All right, picking at 31 overall, the worst pick in the draft. 32 is better than 31 because you just won the Super Bowl. Chris Wilder, that's who I might move up for. Josh Gibbons looks very good as well. Ashton Sims at outside linebacker also looks very good. A little slow, but looks very good. Dylan Oliver in the second round's really not too bad either. A bunch of great options. I still want to trade up. Early first round receiver in the third. We will draft him. Okay, we have some really good options, but again, I do want to trade up. Whenever one of these edge guys goes, I'm going to move up for the other one. Charlie Maine, didn't care about him. Maybe I'll trade up to 3, actually. Have my pick. It's pretty difficult to move up to 3. I'll let the Jets pick whoever. It is Josh Givens, 76 overall. Do I move up right now for Wilder, or do I wait for Ashton Sims? He's not that great of an athlete. Is Wilder significantly better? He is. I got to move up for him. Finally, the trade goes through. This was the best I could offer. I could not do any better than this. Number 31, a first-round pick next year, a second-round pick this year. So if I want that receiver or any other edge rusher, depending on how good Chris Wilder is, I will have to move way back up. So Chris Wilder is the pick, and he is a 76 overall. Number 5 in the class. Took with number 4. Normal dev is the sad part, but I think he was worth it. He's going to start at outside linebacker. 87 speed, 78 finesse moves is pretty good. Just really wish he had better than normal. If Ashton Sims falls a little bit, maybe I'll make a move up for him, but it'll have to be at the very, very earliest, like 15, where I start to consider it. 78 overall strong safety. Good Lord. There goes Ashton Sims, 77 overall at number 16 overall. I'm still okay with it. We didn't really have a ton to trade up anyway. Trading number 57, well, projected next year. So a second next year, a 5th this year, and a 4th next year for number 40. So the 8th pick in the second round. I'm hoping that Dylan, what's his name, is going to be available. I almost said Dylan Gabriel, the UCF quarterback. Not who I mean. Dylan Oliver out of LSU. Another speed rusher. He looks very, very good. Similar athlete to Ashton Sims, who he missed out on. He's going to be a top 10 player in the draft. Let's hope he's got good development traits. Doesn't. He is a number 2 overall player in the draft, so that's good. He's going to start at outside linebacker. Maybe not. I don't know. I feel like the other guy we took is more suited to play outside linebacker with 87 speed. Oliver's really good. We'll find a spot for him. And then I want to trade up one last time for the receiver. Trading 2 3s and Caleb Shavers, who we took, but we just don't need him with Sidney Jones. So we're trading up to the middle of the second round. And I think it's going to be well worth it. He might not be better than Tutu Atwell right now, but if he's a better development trait than normal, which is the worst one you can get, then it's going to be well worth it. He's got normal. Number 7 in the whole class. What are you going to do, man? He looks really, really good. I might just start him anyway because he's a rookie. And I don't want Tutu Atwell, and Tutu Atwell shouldn't be on the team. You very much doubt that he's not going to be on the Rams for the next few years. So, I don't know. I already know that Ashton Sims is going to have superstar X Factor. That's just how that goes. I only draft normal dev. Nah, he's got normal. Stupid me. I forgot that everyone has normal development. So that's a thing. Wilder is a 76 overall at outside linebacker. I think that's fine. Oliver is a slightly better player. Is he a better outside linebacker? With 82 speed, I just don't know. You know what? I'll check and see what his overall is as well. I also want to see his coverage skills, because it does come into a play. So we'll check to see what those are. 47-56. It's not too bad. He's slightly better than Wilder at the position. What are his coverage abilities? I just feel like 87 speed is going to be so much better at outside linebacker than 82 speed. I mean, it's slightly better overall. It doesn't really matter. We're going to move Oliver back to end. Rotational pass rushers where he's going to shine the most. And we will have Wilder out there in space. Oliver can be the rush right end. That's fine. That works out really well. Maybe Nwosu should be there instead. I don't know. This is the team to start the final season. A bunch of really good players out here. I'll tell you the numbers for Mooney and A-Rob are going to go down a little bit. Random star dev. Corner down here, he's terrible, but does have a good development trait. Sidney Jones in the nickel. This is the final team going into this season. The numbers for A-Rob and Mooney are going to be down because I am starting the rookie Colbert in the slot. Just going to simulate to the playoffs. This should be a playoff team. It will be a super anticlimactic end if we do not make the playoffs. 8-8. That doesn't look good. The Packers won the division. JD Colbert might have to come out of the slot because he's not Darnell Mooney. And he's not Allen Robinson. and the CPU loves to target the slot receiver in simulation. We'll see what these numbers are. 12th best offense, not great. Fields was great, though. 4,000 yards passing, 40 touchdowns, only 7 interceptions. David Montgomery had his best season by a mile. J.D. Colbert screwed up all the receiving numbers. Look at where Allen Robinson is. Look at where Darnell Mooney is. These numbers are very weird and very split. Defensively, Roquan was awesome. Akeem Hicks had 8.5 sacks. Where's Khalil Mack? 8? Oh, that's just not going to do it all. That's just not going to do it all. What's our defense here? Anytime you're ready here. 23rd. No. Justin Fields at 5. 4 for Offensive Player of the Year, Defensive Player of the Year. Aaron Donald. Roquan at 5. I need to mix up this depth chart a little bit. There's J.D. Colbert. Because this is just not going to do it. Okay, change some things around. Coach XP shouldn't matter at this point. We'll see if we can beat the Packers. We do. 42-24. Crushed them. Tremaine Edmonds, kind of forgot we even got him, is up to a 93. Big matchup against the Cowboys. 14-2, and we beat them 42-5. Field goal and a safety for the Cowboys? Oh, we are killing everybody right now. 1 game from the Super Bowl. Ride that momentum, and it's another Bears-Chiefs rematch. This is the rubber match. 1 win for the Chiefs. 1 win for the Bears. Oh, everything on the line here. Let's check out the dev traits, see if there are any big adjustments, any big upgrades. Montgomery's up to superstar. Love to see that. And then defensively, Roquan Smith finally up to superstar X Factor. The team looks very, very, very good. Can't even upgrade Jair. He's maxed out. Let's get it. Chiefs are down to an 89. Still very good. We are up to a 93, though. This is the final part of the video. We've built up for this the entire time. The huge rematch. See what we got. No scoring so far. We're on the board first to start the second quarter. Chiefs answer very quickly as the floodgates may have opened here for both offenses. 17-7 Chiefs. We answer with a touchdown. 17-14. And now 21-17. I'm sure the Chiefs are going to go down and score in an instant. Big stop there, maybe. Big turnover as Patrick Mahomes turns the football over. Probably. Don't know for sure. Look at all the space for Montgomery. Big truck. Wide open. It's 2-2 Atwell. Unlikely guy to catch the ball here. 2nd and 2. The way I see it, touchdown ends the game. Gonna give it to Montgomery. And we're looking for contact. 3rd and short or 1st and 10. It is 1st and 10. I would have preferred 2nd and short, honestly, just to kill a little bit more clock. But this is fine. I'm not complaining. Mooney got some separation, but that's wide open. Fields goes down. Where's this pressure coming from? They sent Nick Bolton on a linebacker blitz. They go double A-gap on that? They did. How did Nick Bolton even rush? I'm confused. They got Nick Bolton playing rush end. Once again, Tevin Jenkins is an idiot. At left end. Block somebody, please. It's going to be the 2-minute warning. Darnell Mooney breaks 2 tackles. Darnell Mooney, stay in bounds. Oh my goodness. We could have been off to the races there. What an effort from Money with 2 O's. 3rd and 7. I really wanted the first down on that. It just wasn't going to happen. There it is. Cole Kmet, just stay at the line. Waste those timeouts. We just want to stay at the line to gain in those spots. Don't really want to rush too far forward. A field goal works here. But I think what I'd rather do is just waste their timeouts, go for it on 4th down, and they're not going to be able to drive the length of the field in the amount of time we're going to give them the ball. If we do. Like, touchdown would be cool, but I'm not really playing for it. I'm really not. I recognize touchdown ends the game. I fully do. But in those spots, I'm just looking to waste clock. Because I know how these games go. The Chiefs would get a Hail Mary, and then they'd get the onside kick, and then get another Hail Mary. I've seen it happen. I don't trust it, so we are going to go for it on 4th down. The Chiefs, best case scenario, have 1 play. That's really it. And they have to go the full length of the field. That's if they don't allow a touchdown on this play. Here's a run. And David Montgomery scores a touchdown. That will secure our second Super Bowl in 4 seasons. Both wins over the Chiefs. And in 3 Super Bowl matchups in 4 years, we've managed to get 2 over the Chiefs. So I'll take that. And that is the Super Bowl. The Chicago Bears are once again victorious. I've said it in a bunch of weird ways so far, but to win the rubber match against the Chiefs is awesome. Really fun storyline. Got 2 out of 3 over Kansas City. Really, really fun. It'd be boring in real life because I don't want to see the same teams playing the Super Bowl every year. That kind of ruins like the great parody of the sport and how tough it is to be there. I know we've seen it with the Patriots so many times over the past 2 decades. The Patriots seem to be in it every year. Even when the Patriots aren't in it, we still watch Tom Brady win it with the Bucs. And I'm sure the Chiefs are going to be a competitor, you know, every year as long as we got Patrick Mahomes and continue to put these playmakers around him. The Chiefs are going to be a team to watch out for a long time. But that is a super great way to cap off the video. Justin Fields with not only his second Super Bowl, but his second Super Bowl MVP. I'm not sure why they call it Player of the Game. I really don't understand that. You figure with them being partnered with the NFL, obviously, they have all the rights. So I don't know if it's an issue with, like, is it the Chevy Super Bowl MVP? And because they don't have a partnership with Chevy, I'm saying EA doesn't have a partnership with Chevy, they don't have the ability to put Super Bowl MVP. I doubt that. I don't know what the deal is, but that's going to do it for me. Hit that subscribe button if you're not subscribed already, and I will see you in the next one. Take it easy.
It's insane, I hit it at the park, bend bones. See me high step to the end zone. My life like a game, Nintendo. Playing with the best, let them know. Get off the track, the train's coming through. Yeah, promise you get in my way, then you best believe I'ma just run over you. Yeah, yeah. Papa turn, taking it back to the house. Defense a joke, I'm laughing so loud. Speed burst good.